this is definitely not the job for you. You're on your own. You'll get so many no's.
There's no such thing as work-life balance.
You get a lot of people ignoring you.
It's a 24/7 job.
You're constantly on the front line.
At the beginning, there's no money, guys. I haven't done a vlog for a while, so I really need to catch up with you. Let me explain more. Sunday morning, nice sunshine, but cold. I received so many messages appreciating how transparent I'm on the vlog. And that's why today's episode is called 7 Reasons to Not Be an Agent. Because of course, everybody speaks about the good stuff, the amazing, the incredible rewards, but nobody really shares the lows, the difficult moments, and actually the reasons to really not be an agent. A lot of people find these things when they step in the job and then they realize they don't really want to be an agent. So this video is to save your time, energy, and money. It's not to scare you, just to be honest and transparent on life as a football agent, as always. Let's go. I have to start with work-life balance. In fact, there's just no such thing as work-life balance in this job, unfortunately. It's a 24/7 job. There's other jobs where you're traveling, where you're away from your family. This is a kind of hybrid. You work a bit from the office. You go to see a lot of matches locally, but then it depends on the players you have. You can travel to see clubs, to see games away. But even when you're present, it's very difficult to switch off. You're probably thinking about your player's match, the results, if he's playing, if he's not playing, if you need to speak to the club. Sunday roast now because it's Sunday. In one of our local pubs, one of our favourite pubs. Sunday family time, guys. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Incredible. Incredible. Super Sunday roast. Romeo loves it as well. Do you? Reason number 2, guys, to not be a football agent. It's a lonely job. A very lonely job. Most of the times you're on your own. You're traveling alone. You're eating alone. You're watching matches alone. No, not only physically, but even mentally, guys. A lot of the decisions you make, of course, you're sharing with your teammates, with your colleagues, with your team, with your staff. But you're making those decisions alone. And when things go wrong, you're on your own. So a little bit like the manager, you really have to be okay with that. Of course, guys, everybody sees the deals, the celebrations, the being together, but nobody talks about this part of being alone and being lonely, making decisions on your own. So you either enjoy this or it's not the right job for you. What a beautiful day, guys. Right, point number 3, to not be a football agent. Let's address it straight away, guys. The money side of things. At the beginning, something not a lot of people tell you. Everybody talks about like the £1 million deals, how much money you make. But what they don't say is that at the beginning of your journey as a football agent, there's no money, guys. And when I mean no money, you actually need to invest. That's why a lot of people get into the business and then they fail straight away. If I talk about my journey, because I knew about this, I planned it in a way where my other business, Traslo, supported my first years. This was back in 2015, 2016. Supported my first years as a football agent. And that allowed me to not make rush decisions, not rush things, do things properly. Think about my reputation, think about long term. Because when you don't have money and when you need to make a deal, you're gonna make mistakes if you do things based on what is better for you and not what is better for your player. So Having Traslo, having another business that supported me, Traslo is still active. Of course now, you know, it's the football side that supports me. I have a salary, I have bonuses. But again, nobody talks about this important thing. So people will get into the business, will get into the job, will give themselves like 3 months, 6 months. Guys, in 6 months, you probably don't even manage to speak to the right players, speak to the right clubs, never mind making deals. And sometimes it happens. You can be, you know, you can work hard, but again, you'll be rushing it, you'll be pushing it and doing the wrong things. So money at the beginning is not great. And even once you have experience, don't give it for granted that you'll find an agency that will pay you a salary or that will understand the work that you do, that will pay you the right salary for the work that you do. So point number 3, absolutely important, the money side of things, to not be a football agent. Of course, if things go well, if you work well, if you do well, you will get paid. You will get good money, you will close good transactions, good deals, and money will come. But it has to be a reflection of the job, and if you're driven just by that, you'll stop a lot sooner than making it.
Point number 4 on reasons why not to be a football agent is the emotional pressure is constantly on. Now, imagine receiving calls constantly from clubs, players, managers, sporting directors, parents. You're not just an agent, you're a psychologist, you're, of course,
psychologist because we haven't got a degree in psychology.
but you're a friend, you're a psychologist, you're a big brother, you're a mate, you're a problem solver, you're a fighter, you're a mentor, you're a negotiator, you're all these things depending on what the player is going through. One bad week for your player, and that will mean you will have a bad week as well. But you don't only have one player, so you need to be balanced. You need to be able to understand, have a lot of empathy and understand what the player is going through, help him. At the same time, celebrate the players that are doing well, help the players that are going through more of a difficult moment. And that's where you're either okay with all of this and you like all of this, you're okay with all that pressure, or it's definitely not a job for you. Especially with the difficult moments, sometimes it's not your fault as an agent. The manager doesn't play your player, a club doesn't want your player, but you're on the front line. Of course, the players will ask you for help, will ask you to do more, will ask you to sort out the problem, and you really need to be ready for all of this. That's why it really isn't a 9-to-5 job. It just can't be. You're constantly on the front line and dealing with these things, dealing with these issues. And don't get me wrong, there is the upside, of course, you know, debuts, players winning trophies, players signing new contracts, players moving to bigger clubs. If you want to go through those very good moments and celebrate those good moments, you have to be ready to be there for the more difficult ones. Point number 5, you really have to be a little bit crazy. You really have to be okay to try to do the impossible and try to believe that impossible is possible. There's a lot of doubters. Football is a game based on opinion and is a very accessible sport. So everybody will have their say. You have fans, you have managers, sporting directors, you have people working in the club. You'll have a lot of doubters. You have a lot of people that will just constantly doubt that you can do something, constantly question what you're doing. And you really need to be a little bit crazy, a little bit unrealistic in order to do this job. When you see a player, when you think you can, you know, help that player take him to the next level, when everybody's saying that that player is not good enough, when everybody's saying that that player won't make it, when everybody will say you won't sign that player because he's too big for you or because he has already too many agents and agencies around him. Well, to go through all of these things, you really need to, don't know if crazy is the right words, but really believe you can achieve something that not a lot of people think is achievable. If you're not ready to do this, if you often stop when people have doubts, you're not a big believer in your capability, in your skills, in your ideas as well, then this is definitely not the job for you. Point number 6 of the reasons why not to be a football agent. If you can't take no as an answer, then this is definitely not a job for you. Everybody loves yeses. Since we are young kids, we don't like no's. When we grow up, I think we get even worse on taking no's. It's not something we like, it's not something we like doing. This job is full of no's. You'll have no's every day. Clubs are saying no, sporting directors saying no, the player's not good enough, we won't take on the player. Players saying no, we won't sign for you. Players leaving you, people around doubting, people saying you're not good enough, people saying the agency is not good enough. The reality is, regardless if they are right or wrong, if you're not able to take that no, this is definitely not the job for you. You'll have a lot of no's, and most of the times no is good in this business, in this industry, because at least it means that you're already getting the response, which in this industry, again, it's not common. You'll get a lot of clubs ignoring you. You get a lot of people ignoring you, especially in the early days. I remember 10 years ago, it wasn't easy to speak to, to the top clubs in Serie A, to the top clubs of the Premier League. And then, of course, you build the contacts, you build the trust, you do deals. And then it's actually the clubs reaching out and asking for help, wanting to speak to you. But to get to that point, you have to really go through a lot of no's. So even when you have a lot of experience and when you know the game really well, when you know the industry and the business really well, you will still, have players saying no, you will still have players leaving you. And you really have to be okay with that. From a personal experience, from a personal point of view, I'm a very big believer of doing our thing, doing my thing. And if people want to work with us, we know our value. I know what I can bring to the table. I know what other agencies bring to the table. And if players are okay with that, if players like what we do and want to stay with us, it's fine. If they don't, it's still okay. It's still fine, because we know that the most important thing is going to bed knowing you gave 100% and you really helped somebody. You've done what you promised, and you helped a player in his journey. And again, no is part of the journey. So you really have to be okay with no's, because no's will be 90% of this journey, of this job, of this business. So point number 6 of the reasons why not to be a football agent is you'll get so many no's. And if you're not okay with that, then it's definitely not the job for you. Point number 7 of reasons why not to be an agent is you need too much passion to do this job. Even at the high level, when you do get paid well and you get big bonuses and you get big money, the money won't be enough. The money won't make it. The achievements, the celebration, the big stages won't be enough. The only thing that can get you over the line and that can get you doing this job for a long time and be successful in this job is having true passion for the game and for this job. You need to go through all those 6 points we've spoken about. You have to be obsessed, you have to be committed, you have to be ready to sacrifice a lot of things. And again, the reason why I'm saying all these things is there's too much noise and there's too much info out there on how good this job is, how beautiful this job is, how glamorous this job is. I don't want to scare anyone. I just want to share the truth about this job, and I want to avoid people wasting their time if they're not ready to go through all these things. You know how much I love it. I enjoy watching matches on my own, traveling, coming back home late, analyzing players, talking to sporting directors, negotiating. I get an incredible feeling. I get the buzz of going into the biggest clubs in the world, negotiating contracts or negotiating moves. When I was a kid, I used to think people would be scared, or you would be scared about facing like the top sporting directors. I love it. I enjoy. I can't wait to sit down in front of, the sporting directors or whoever's making decisions and fight my corner, fight my player's corner, see how much they know about the player, go deep and see how much research they've done, talk about numbers, facing objections. I love it. My entire life I've been dealing with objections, and building companies, hiring people, doing multi-million-pound deals, negotiating objections. I love it. So if you love all of these things, fine, do it, go for it. But remember, you really have to be passionate about these things. You have to have a buzz about these things, and you have to go through all those other 6 points that we spoke about. Probably another few that I forgot or that I didn't mention. If you can think about any, just put them down in the comments. I just wanted to share an honest video, an honest feedback on what the life as a football agent really looks like, really is, and the things that you really need to go through to be a successful one. The things that not a lot of people talk about. And hopefully this video has been useful. Make sure you subscribe. There's more videos coming, and I'll see you around. Love.